Maybe they have. Yeah, I guess they have. I didn't hear them announce it.
They didn't make an announcement.
Well, we're coming on a little late. We didn't hear the announcement for the official start, but here we are in the final pairing of the day. Mr. Lucente started off first with the spare. Michael stayed in the winner's bracket all the way through, so if he wins this match, he becomes the state senior masters champion. Jeff, who just started out with a 9 count in his first frame, would have to win this match and then one more to claim the title. And Jeff starts out with a strike, with a spare. Maybe I should get my glasses changed. And Jeff comes back strong in the second frame with the strike. Michael's up in the second frame. And right on cue, throws a strike. And Michael, after starting out with a spare in his first frame, comes back with the double. Jeff answers with the double. Match is all even. We are having some fun here with this obstructed view that we have. We got shower curtains hanging around here for partitions and poles. For no apparent reason, actually. So if the game, or if the match can't be viewed clearly, there is reason for that. Jeff throws an 8 count in the fourth frame. Makes a spare. Giving him 68 in the third. And Michael in the fourth frame throws a strike. I'm telling you, he is the ever-ready bunny of bowling. Just keeps on humming. Michael's up in the fifth. Lets the ball go. Ball doesn't quite finish. 7 count. Although Michael right now has a 9-pin lead. Throws his spare ball and converts the spare. Michael's got 97 in the fourth with the spare up in the fifth. Jeff throws his ball, and the messenger comes across but misses the 10-pin. Jeff gets 9 on his ball. Jeff makes a spare. Michael will have a 10-pin lead in the first game of this match. And Jeff makes the spare. In the 6th frame, Jeff throws what looked like a very nice ball, left a solid 10-pin. Jeff is now going to shoot for his spare at the 10-pin. Ball's on its way, and he converts a nice spare. So Michael is stepping up on the approach in the 6th frame, having a 10-pin lead. He can increase this right here with the strike. Ball comes up a little high, and he has a 9 count on his first ball. And if he makes the spare, he'll maintain that 10-pin lead in the first game. Ooh, that was close. That ball looked like it just might miss it to the left, but he hung on and made the spare. Seventh frame for Michael, and Michael strikes, powerful strike, giving him a 136 in the 6th. Jeff's going to have to strike just to maintain the deficit of 10 pins. Roach lets it go. Oh boy, another solid 10. 9 count with a solid 10 pin. Giving Michael now an 11 pin lead. Jeff shoots the spare and makes the spare. And makes it look easy making that 10 pin. Okay, we're going into the 8th frame. Mike Lucente having an 11 pin lead. Ball's on its way, comes up, and he strikes. Pretty shot. Gives Jeff a 145 and a 7th. Had a tough time seeing Jeff on that last shot, looking through the shower curtains that are being hung up all over. Now Michael, he's up in the 8th frame. Ball's on its way, comes back nicely, and Michael doubles, increasing his lead to perhaps as much as 21 pins. Michael is now up in the 9th frame. All's on his way, and Michael strikes. Michael potentially, if he strikes out, could shoot a 256 in this first match. I don't think Jeff has much choice now, but he's got to match him. He's got to throw strike for strike. Jeff's up in the 9th. The ball's on its way. Oh, wow. Jeff leaves a 4-9 split. Jeff's going for it. Oh. He tried hard, but it missed. Well, Jeff's got 171 in the 9th. Best he can do if he strikes out would be 201. And he really has to have this if he wants to maintain a smaller deficit. Oh boy, solid. He leaves it, the 8 pin, a true tap. Makes his spare. Best Jeff can finish up in his first game is 191 if he strikes on his last ball. And Michael, if he strikes out, can still end up with 256, which would give him a substantial lead in this match. Jeff did strike. So Jeff finishes his first game with a 191. Michael throws his first shot in the 10th, and Michael strikes. What can I say? But the man is just a senior citizen robot. Michael's up for his second shot in the 10th, and Michael carries another one. Yes, he can wind up with 256. Barring something like a gutter ball, he'll be at least in the 250s, even if he doesn't strike. Last shot of the first game is on its way. And of course, he strikes out for a 256. So going into the second game of this match, Michael Lucente has got a 65-pin lead. It's not over yet. Jeff can still win depending on what happens for both. But Jeff has no room for any more errors. Jeff starts out with the strike in the first frame. Now Michael's up the first frame of the second game of this two-game match. First ball's on its way. And he gets a big break. The 10-pin foul could have been a big split. So he got 9 on his first ball. Shooting at the 4-pin. He lets his spare ball go, and he makes it. And Michael comes back with a strike in the second frame. Jeff's up in the second frame. Jeff leaves the 4-pin. Just a few weeks back, Michael Lucente was the men's champion in our men's MD USBC series. Jeff makes his spare, and now he's up in the third frame. Again, he's behind the shower curtains there, so we can only see a small image. But I know he's there. I can sense it. And on the approach, ball's on its way. Beautiful strike. Beautiful strike. Michael can take a 10-pin lead in this game if he strikes on this ball. Ball's on its way, looking pretty good. Oh, came up a little high. Got an 8 count. Although if Mike just matches Jeff in this game, it's over because of the substantial lead that he had coming into this game. shoots for a spare. Oh, he pulled it, tugged it a little bit. Only got one. It's an open frame for Michael. So Michael finds himself down in the second game right now, but overall he still has a lead in the match. Michael up in the fourth frame. Oh, hey, what's happening here? Michael leaves the split. He's got the 4-7-9 up there. Michael's going for it. Oh, gets 2 out of the 3. Michael's got 57 in the fourth. Jeff is going up in the fourth frame. He's working on a strike. He can cut into that lead. Big moment. That's the ball. Oh, and he trips the 4-pin forward for a strike. Got himself a double. Jeff's now up in the fifth. The ball's on its way, and beautiful strike. Jeff's got himself a 3-bagger. 70 in the third frame. 90. Well, he can just about cut that 65-pin deficit in half if he keeps going. Michael's up, huh? And Michael answers with a strike in the fifth. Looks like Michael just took a brief break there in the third and fourth frames. Back on track. He's up in the sixth frame now. Ball's on its way. Oh. A 9 count. Ball came up a little high. Yay. Mike's shooting for his spare and makes it. So Michael's got 77 in the fifth with the spare up in the sixth. But Jeff's working on a 3-bagger going into the sixth frame. He needs all of them here. They can pick up another 10 pins easily. Ball's on its way. Oh, he trips the 4 again. Wow. 100. Well, the match is becoming very interesting now. Jeff can actually take the lead if he strikes. Oh, got 8, and they're wiggling. They don't go down. But he's cut that lead, that 65-pin lead, down to almost nothing. Jeff makes a spare. So Jeff is at 148 in the sixth, but he's cut the lead. 23:51. He's cut Mike's lead down to 14 pins now, and we still have a lot of time left. Mike's working on a spare, throws the ball, and carries. Giving him 97 in the sixth. Jeff's got 148, so that's 51 pins. So Mike's lead is 14 pins in the match. Difference being Mike's got a strike up in the seventh. Jeff's got a spare up in the seventh. Ooh, Mike almost left a big split in the eighth frame. He's got 8 pins. That's how much you're going. Now it's only 14. Mike goes for the spare. Did he pull it again? No, this time he made that spare. 17. So Mike's got 117 in the seventh with the spare up in the eighth. Jeff's going to be up in the eighth. Jeff definitely could use a strike here. Oh, an amazing strike. Jeff, Michael's even questioning that strike. Down by 14. Jeff is down by 14, but he strikes here. He can make that 4. Ball's on its way. It's coming back. Oh, powerful strike. Powerful strike in the ninth. The lead is only 4 pins. We could be here for another match. Our official cameraman is shaking his head going, no. Our tournament manager is sweating here. He's wiping off his head. He said, I'm going to have to reconfigure the whole computer thing if they go into another match. Mike's up in the ninth, throws his first ball. Oh, looked like he had it, but he only got a 9 count. Now the lead is 3. Looks like this match, Mike makes this, is going down to the 10th frame, whether we like it or not. Mike makes his spare. 36, 56. Best Mike can do in this game is 186. But Jeff, if he were to strike out, can go 278, which would probably give Jeff the victory if Jeff strikes out. Mike almost has to, well, at least get the first one here to force Jeff to do something. Ball's on its way in the 10th. Mike throws the ball, throws a strike on his first ball, giving him 156 in the 9th. Still a possibility of 186. I made a mistake. Yeah, 186. I didn't make a mistake. 186 is what he can finish out with if he gives me 2 more strikes here. Which means that if Jeff strikes out, he would win this match, and we'd have to go into a second match since this is a double elimination tournament. Michael lets the ball go, and he does carry. So Mike could potentially end up at 186. And I've got my sidekicks over here going, oh no. The tournament manager's already looking at his watch going, I'm on overtime. And Mike gets 9 on his last ball, which gives him a 185. Well, Jeff definitely needs the first one, and he needs the second one. But if he gets the first one, there's a good possibility we're going to be seeing a second match. There's a hush over the crowd. Ball's on its way. It's coming back to the pocket. Oh, and he carries the first one. What a shot. By the way, the crowd consists of about a dozen people, but there was a hush. There was a hush.
And that's doubling it right there.
Yes, it is. It's very quiet. And Jeff's hoping to hear at least 10 more pins drop. There's the ball. It's on its way coming in. Oh, and he carries. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going into a... Okay. Mike is now addressing the audience here, and he's blaming them for this, but... 228, 2-5. Jeff only needs, I think, 4 pins to get into overtime. There it is. Got 9. What a game. 259. Oh. So Jeff wins the match by 9 pins, coming back from a 65-pin deficit. 250. I'm sorry. Jeff wins by 7 pins, 257. So he shot 257 to 185. Yes.